What's up, you guys? I know this is a really weird angle and I'm not in my usual setup, but that is because I am in Atlanta this week. I came for some makeup gigs because it is Super Bowl week here. And no, I'm not doing makeup for like football players, although I've done that before. Not doing makeup for football players, but because it is Super Bowl here, there's like 1,000,001 events that lead up to Super Bowl and just a bunch of parties. So there are some people here that wanted me to glam them for those events. So that is why I'm here. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys how I pack my kit for, I mean, in general, because this is pretty typical how I pack my kit for any gig, but also how to pack when you're flying out to a gig, a long distance gig. So how to efficiently pack when you're traveling and you won't have the opportunity to like just grab it from your house, if you know what I mean, because you have to make sure you have everything with you before you get on a plane, obviously, because you're not home anymore. So yeah, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys how I pack my kit, first of all, and then secondly, how I pack it to travel, because I usually have like this big bag that I use as my kit that I got on Amazon, but that was too big and bulky to pack in a suitcase. So I had to figure out a different way to pack everything that would allow me to fly with it without it being too heavy, or me having to pay like crazy amounts of money to fly like oversized things because it would be over the baggage limit weight. So today I'm just going to show you guys the bags that I found on Amazon that are really, really great if you have like a long distance gig as a makeup artist, or if you're just traveling and maybe you're flying to like your destination wedding and you want to pack all of your makeup, you're doing your makeup yourself or whatever. It's just good to know how to travel with the makeup. And these bags are actually really great quality, and I found them on Amazon actually like same day delivery because I needed them like the night before I left, because I realized like all of the bags that I was packing everything in were just ugly and like not professional, not cute, and it was bothering me. So I found them on Amazon. I will obviously link everything down below. And then also I'm like, I don't have anything to set my camera on, so I'm basically kneeling on the floor so you guys can see me. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into it because I've got 4 different bags and they're all very particular, so let's get into it. I'm gonna move that though so you guys don't have to, I don't know, it's better this way. Okay, so I'll start with bag number 1, which is the most important bag. This is the face bag. So basically this is my full range of concealers and foundations. This bag I got a million years ago. I think I was still interning at Harper's Bazaar, from the brand Monda Studio. I'm gonna try to find a link for them, but it's really great. It's like a nice clear bag. It's really durable. I've had it for years and it's never like, nothing has broken, nothing is really that scratched. Like this has been through some shit and it's all good. And it has a handle. I actually was wishing that I could find like more of these bags to have like a matching set, but the other ones I got match pretty well anyway. They're like clear with black anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, in here I have the full range of colors of the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, my favorite concealer, and bless you to Too Faced for putting me on their PR list so that I have all of the shades so I can use them in my kit without having to spend $1 million, because this seriously is my favorite concealer and I recommend it to everyone. So the fact that I have the full range of colors to use on my clients is honestly amazing. So thank you to Too Faced. And then in here as well, I also have the full range of colors of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Foundation. I love this foundation as well, and it's in my kit because it's like, I have a lot of full ranges of foundations because of the PR list that I'm on, but this is definitely the one I picked for my kit because I feel like it's the most versatile. It is a matte foundation, but it's a comfort matte, and I feel like when I have somebody with more dry skin or more mature skin, it either works on them or I can just mix in an oil or something and it works perfectly. So I actually really love this for clients, and it's a good medium coverage that I can build up because not a lot of people like full coverage like me, but if they do, I can still build it up to be full coverage. So it's just a really great versatile collection, and they have a really good shade range. I don't have all of the shades in here because I've given some away, but I'm the type of makeup artist that likes to mix foundations, like custom shade match anyway. So with most of my clients, especially like women of color, I end up mixing a few foundations to get their perfect color anyway, just because I want them to look completely perfect. My worst nightmare is for somebody to have like a completely different skin tone after I'm done doing their makeup. So I really enjoy this foundation in my kit, and bless his heart, Meech actually put this in his suitcase to come to Atlanta because he's here for work as well. Meech actually put this in his suitcase and packed it for me so that my bag wasn't overweight. So thanks, babe. But this is the face bag. It's just foundations and concealers, all the shades I got, because I'm doing a bunch of different skin tones this week actually. Okay, next up is another big bag. So this is part of the set that I ordered on Amazon. It came with this big bag, this medium-sized bag, and then this small bag, and it was like like, it really wasn't expensive at all, and they're honestly incredible. So it's clear, and this one has handles, the other two don't, but this is like the big one. And it's a pretty good size, and it holds a lot of stuff. So in here I have all of my eye stuff, and then the rest of the face stuff. So in here I have both of the Tasha setting powders. I have the Buttercup, and then I have the translucent, which I love this stuff. I've talked about it on my channel. Like before I discovered the Fit Me, this was like my go-to powder. And the Buttercup is great on women of color. So I have those. Those are the only powders I keep in my kit. And then for primers, I have the Bobbi Brown Face Base. I use this before any client because even if they're I always just like to moisturize them myself. So I just dunk my beauty blender in this and moisturize them. And then depending on their skin concerns, I will go in with another primer. So we also have in here the Beauty Bakery Baking Oil. I haven't used this on anybody yet because I just got it, but I figured having an oil in my kit for somebody really, really dry would be a good idea. And then the other two primers I have in here are the Makeup Forever one. So I have the mattifying one and the hydrating one. If somebody's oily, if somebody's dry. Easy as that. And then I also in here have the Nyx Pore Filler because if somebody's got some big pores, those other primers aren't going to really do anything for it, but this one is really, really nice and smoothing. So I keep that in here. And then I've got just a little Ziploc bag of Q-tips that have like the pointed end and like the smudger end, like the makeup artisty ones, or like they're meant for makeup and stuff. That's really good for cleaning up like winged liner. If somebody smudged something, it's just a great tool to have. And then I've got a makeup fixing mist from Pixie Beauty. I have just like a bunch of these, so I always keep one in my kit because they work great and I don't necessarily use them a lot on myself, but they really come in handy when in my kit. And then this is like a special, I don't usually keep this in my kit because these are like my personal ones, but for this trip I packed a bag of like glittery liquid shadows because I knew the girls that I was doing makeup for are more on the glam side and they might appreciate that. So I brought those and I used them actually twice yesterday. And then in here, the only two highlighters I brought were the Desi Katy Dose of Colors highlighter. So I have both Fuego and Mirame in here and they work great, like a pinky one and a more gold one. It's really all you need. Like bringing a million highlighters is just unnecessary because you don't need it. Like they're all basically the same at the end of the day. And I like those formulas, so they work great for me. And then the palettes I have in here, I brought the Tasha Giannone Gold palette just because I've been loving it lately and it's got a really good range of neutrals, but also like those blues. I'm not really going to use those blues on anybody, but it's got a really great selection of like good golds and neutral colors that work on basically everybody. And then for blush, I only brought one blush palette. It's a really good one. This is usually the only blush palette I have in my kit. It's the Morphe 9N blush palette because I usually like to use like more warmer tone blushes on my clients anyway. So that worked out great. And then I also brought the Pat McGrath also because I'm just obsessed with it lately. And I feel like Mama Pat would just be proud that a makeup artist has her palette in their kit to do makeup, right? I needed Pat's Essence with me on the job. And then for bronzer and contour, I just always keep this Kat Von D Shade Light palette in my kit. A lot of times I do cream contour anyway, so this is just kind of to set it. This color is actually a good, more bronzy color because it's not too cool toned. So yeah, it's just a good one. And then the last thing in here is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette because honestly, I say this all the time, this is just the greatest selection of colors like ever. Like you can do so many different looks with this, so it's just a must for me. Okay, the next bag up is actually, I said the other bag was eyes, but this is more eye stuff, like all of the other stuff, and then also all of my face brushes. So in here I have this thing from Rite Aid. It's like a little tin, and it's one of those little sponges that you can like run your brush over to like change, like you run your brush over it and then you can use another brush. It's basically a little brush cleaning sponge so that you can use the same brush for two different colors without them like contaminating each other. But I usually just take this sponge out and use it as a tin to pour my brush cleaner into. I always bring, I have the big bottle at home, but I fill up the little bottle to clean my brushes with because this Cinema Secrets brush cleaner is the best. It dries so fast and it makes your brushes smell incredible. Everybody I do makeup on is always like, oh my god, your brushes smell amazing. I'm like, yeah, I know. I have two beauty blenders in here and yes, they're dirty right now. I have to clean them. But I mean, this is the most ratchet part of my kit, but it's basically just a bar of soap because bar soap to me is the best thing to clean a beauty blender. So beauty blenders, brush cleaner, and then this little baggie is just a bunch of eye stuff. So this has all of my brow pencils, all of my eyeliners, all of my lash glues, and then mascara. I only use one mascara in my kit, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. It's just the best. It works on everybody. And then a little pencil sharpener is in here and eyeshadow primer. And then also I have a little packet of Pixie makeup wipe. That's good for cleaning up fallout. If somebody has like some leftover eyeliner on before you start, it's good to go. And then essential spoolies for mascara because I'm not using that same one on everybody. And then I have a multi-pack of Ardell Wispies for people that want lashes. I usually only bring Wispies. They're just the most versatile. They're like not too much, but they're still like glam. They're just the perfect lashes for anybody. This is just an extra little sponge. I kind of just keep this for like touch-ups, or I don't know. I just have it in there. I haven't used it yet. And then the rest of what's in here is all of my face brushes. I don't know if you guys want me to go through all of the face brushes, but no, that's gonna take too long. It's basically all my face brushes. I got a bunch of like stippling brushes. I got some blush brushes, highlight brushes, just, you know, standard stuff. So that's that for this bag. And I have to say, having these separate bags is so like much more organized than I have been in the past. Like, just makes life a hell of a lot easier. Like setting up, packing up, just makes life so much easier. And then the last bag is just lips. So I only use liquid lipsticks in my kit because they're easier to mix to make like a more specific color. And they're also easier to apply. They last longer, so your client doesn't really need to touch up. And then if you don't want them to be matte, I just have a clear gloss in here to make them glossy, basically. So I have a bunch of different neutral colors of a bunch of different liquid lipsticks. And then I have down here, I have like a whole collection of these Jcat lip liners. I got these on Amazon and they're honestly great. They're the Roll It Up Auto lip liners from Jcat, and they have a bunch of different colors and they apply on people amazingly, because I know like the MAC lip liners, they're too waxy for me to apply on somebody else. Like, they don't like transfer very well. If you're not doing it on yourself, you kind of have to press hard, and I don't like to do that on other people. So those like are really, really great, and they have a good selection of colors. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them below. And then other than that, I have a bunch of the Tarte Artist lip paints, or the Tarteist lip paints. I've got a bunch of the NYX lip lingerie. I've got some Sephora ones and a Beauty Bakery one. They're basically all neutrals, and then I have some browns, a red, and a purple in here, just in case somebody wanted it. And then I have this Maybelline Shine Shot Clear Gloss, and like I said, I can either mix this directly into the liquid lipstick and make it more glossy, or I can apply the liquid lipstick on the client and then just put this over top and make it glossy and more hydrating and just more comfortable for them. So that's what I prefer to do, and they're also just like easier to pack this way, and I think they're cleaner because I never apply them directly to the client. I apply it to my hand and then apply it with a lip brush, so everything stays nice and sanitary. And then last but not least, I know you guys are wondering like, Ashley, where are your brushes? This is a little brush cup from NYX, and it snaps, and then you open it and all of your brushes are right here. So basically all of the face brushes that are in that bag, once I open this, I put them in here, and then I've got my brushes set up for me just like I do at home. So it's really nice and easy. And this is just the easiest, most compact way to pack brushes, I think. So much easier than a brush roll, because once you take them out, they have like something to sit. They're not rolling off a table. They're not doing it like they're stationary. So I love this. I got this actually at like a NYX event, but I think they sell this. So I'll try to find a link for it and link it down below, because it's NYX, so it can't be that expensive. But yeah. Okay, you guys, so I completely forgot to tell you like how I lug all those bags around with me. And this is how I brought my gym bag with me, because it's black, so it looks nice and sleek and professional, and it is crossbody, and it's over the shoulder, and also it is the perfect size to fit all those bags, like literally the perfect size. Everything fits nice and snug and amazing. So my dagney Dover gym bag, but I feel like any duffel, any black duffel would work. So yeah, I just forgot to mention that part, and I feel like it's important. So bye, love you. But yeah, you guys, I guess that's it for this video. I basically needed to film something because once I got here, I filmed before I left. I filmed 2 videos before I left to edit here so I could upload for you guys while I was away. But I got here and my hard drive fried, and I had a really important video on there. It wasn't sponsored or anything, but like, yeah. And then I called a data recovery place, and they quoted me $700 to $1,100 to get my shit off my hard drive. So I think I'm just gonna have to YouTube it when I get home and figure out how to do it myself, because I really want that footage back. But for now, I have to film something to get up to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. It actually, when I had the idea, I was like, oh, that's kind of genius. I feel like that's actually a good idea, not just like a last minute video idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I hope it was helpful for all of my fellow makeup artists out there. If you see a messy hotel room in the background, that's because me and Meech have been incredibly busy working here. It's actually really cool that we got to come together and work, not necessarily together, but like work on the same things and be at the same things like together. Yeah, I don't know. It's just cool. We're actually staying in the hotel that the Patriots are staying in, which is like, literally I pulled up to the hotel and there's like cops with like canine dogs in the front. And the dogs have signs that say do not pet, which is kind of unfortunate because they're really cute. But other than that, I'm about to head up to like the lounge upstairs so I can edit because I'm tired of being in this hotel room. I was supposed to have a gig today, but they canceled on me. So now I ain't got shit to do. So I'm gonna go upstairs and edit, do some work, and then try to get this video up to you guys tonight. But the Wi-Fi here sucks, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I love you guys all so much. Don't forget that all of the links for everything I mentioned, not the makeup necessarily, but anything I specifically mentioned, like the bags or anything else, I will link down below for you guys. I love you all. If you are new here, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe so you can join our fam. Wow, my hair looks pink right now, but I know it's just because it's reflecting my sweater because I'm basically blonde again. Which I have no problem with, TBH. Now I'm rambling because I've been in this hotel room all by myself all day and I need to see humans. So I love you and I will see you in my next video.